Hey guys, what's up? And today I've come to a realization that I've seen, read, and observed a lot of series. From Dragon Ball to Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, to even DC and Marvel. But there is one series that's quietly underestimated and always put as underrated, and that is Digimon. And I've done some research, and Digimon is pretty powerful. Like, they have a lot of busted characters, a lot of broken hacks and abilities, and plus the lore gone along with it is pretty impressive. So today, I feel like doing a video on one of the characters that people not don't much know about, and that is one of the Royal Knights, which is Alphamon, the leader of the 13 Royal Knights. I'm going to be covering his power, his hacks, his speed, and where he stands within the Digimon verse, and his position. So with that, let's go. So first, let's cover who the Royal Knights are and how are they're placed within the digital world, serving under Yggdrasil. And let's also cover Yggdrasil after that. So the Royal Knights are an alliance of extremely powerful Knight Digimon found by Imperial Dramon Paladin mode in the ancient times. They are the highest security of the net or slash multiverse of digital world, and they are basically known as the guardian deities. They may serve their lord and master blindly, which is Yggdrasil, and regardless if he is the lord of good or evil. Some consider the Royal Knights are the ones who are closest to God, the actual creator of the digital world, but those are just rumors. And some of the knights are, Jen, forgive me if I pronounce these wrong, I'm still getting used to the names. Some of these knights are Alphamon, who is the leader, Omnimon or Omegamon, Craniumon, Dokumon, Megamon, Dynasmon, Lord Nightmon, Old Force Vidramon, Sluffmon, Doftumon, Examon, Gankumon, and the newest member and youngest member, Jesmon. The Royal Knights has appeared in many digital shows and games such as Digimon Tamers, Digimon Frontier, Digimon Server, Digimon X Evolution, and Digimon D Cyber, just to name a few. Though Digimon Data Squad, Digimon Monster X Evolution, and Digimon D Cyber are where we're going to be getting most of the feats and scaling for Alphamon. Yggdrasil is basically the leader and the commander of the Royal Knights. The Royal Knights follow orders of him, and they will follow these orders to the letter. Though some may question them, or some are just as loyal to Yggdrasil, such as Craniumon, or some who are questioning of his motives, such as Gallantmon or Dekumon. Yggdrasil is basically the mysterious host computer that rules over the digital world and on one of the servers on the digital network. It's named after the great ash tree that is connected to the 9 realms in Norse mythology. So it's basically named after Yggdrasil of Norse mythology, the world tree. After which the great terminal in the new digital world that Yggdrasil created, after it was created an avatar in the form of Yggdrasil 7D6 or Shankumon, is rumored to be the closest being to Yggdrasil in the new digital world, or the before digital world. Yggdrasil then gathered the Royal Knights in order to maintain the world, and even modifying the codes of Craniumon armor in a sense of black Digizoid, making his armor a lot stronger. It seems that, evidently leaders of the Royal Knights are across the server of the digital world, leading them to the Olympians, which are basically the other deities that watch over the digital world in place of the Royal Knights. So basically, Yggdrasil is kind of a dick since it has this plan called Project X, where it eliminates 90% of the Digimon as a result of an exponential growth in the previous digital world, and then it executes it when Project X commences with the execution by Yggdrasil at 98 total Digimon population being eliminated. The remaining 2% were transferred to the new digital world where Project X could not reach them. However, 1% of the original number of Digimon, 1/2 of those surviving in the new digital world, were strong enough to resist the effects of Project X, which was able to survive due to altering their Digicore, which is their soul, which affects their mind and body and their soul. So the Digicore represents the soul of the Digimon, and they're able to alter it to resist existence erasure from Yggdrasil. These Digimon were born in a form that could take into Project X, Program X, and eventually became a point where the program that opposed Project X could no longer affect them, which is known as the X antibody. So if a Digimon who has an X on their symbol or basically has X in their name, they're not affected by the existence erasure by Yggdrasil. So they're not affected by the existence erasure. And this will play into Alphamon how powerful he is later. The digital world in and of itself has several realms, and these several worlds acting as parallel worlds or alternate dimensions to each other that occur in different series or different scenarios or in different continuities. So like in Digimon Frontier, you have the digital world divided into 10 regions, or in Digimon Zero Wars or Digimon Fusions, you have 108 zones or alternate or different realms within them, and they may exist separate on different servers and ruled by different host computers or basically different avatars of Yggdrasil. At one point in time in Digimon Fusions, it was said that the digital world was said to be one world due to the currently unknown columnists and all the splitting apart into 108 zones or different realms, which separated by the digital space. It was later reformed by the Bagger army into 8 large kingdoms called lands or large zones. So I gave you a little basis on the digital world, but that's just the basis on the digital world and just a short brief on it. So now let's get into how powerful Alphamon is. Now the way you can see Alphamon is off of this other Royal Knights, or even the Mother Eater, or you can even see them off of Death Xmon. So it's basically stated in the data books or even on the cards of the Royal Knights that they are stated to transcend space and time itself, and that going by this, and also going off of that, this is a world that can go beyond time by moving through the different layers, in between the different layers of space-time. The digital world is divided into 3 layers. It is commenced of the past, which is ancient Digimon species, right? Because the dinosaurs, etc. The present, in which various species are born, and the future, where many artificial evolution species. This is a world where even time can be extended by moving between the layers. So basically, the NDW, or the New Digital World, is a separate space that is outside of the main host computer that does not store data on the host computer itself. The 3 layers of the layer system is designed to be able to manage effectively according to progress of Digimon while measuring the data. And basically, these Royal Knights, such as Alphamon, is able to move freely through these layers to go to different realms. So this would mean that not only would Alphamon have a high level of immeasurable speed, but he would essentially be 5D, since he basically transcends time itself, time and space. And as I said before, with immeasurable speed, it means that you have that linear time holding no jurisdiction over you, or you're able to move back and forth through time with your sheer speed. And since Alphamon transcends space and time, he has a higher level of measured speed because those laws do not apply to him. He just breaks the speed equation. Alphamon also fought against the Mother Eater along with Omnimon and Jessamon and several other characters within the video game, and the Mother Eater was stated it was going to destroy the entire digital multiverse, would also include the other parallel worlds, and it has been implied or stated that the digital world has infinite amount of universes, possible universe or parallel universes within it, and the Mother Eater was going to destroy that. Alphamon was able to fight the Mother Eater, tank the attacks of the Mother Eater, so he would scale off of that. The Mother Eater, who was the final boss of Digimon Cyber Sleuth for the PS4 and PS Vita, which who even played up on a PS Vita? This being was able to control the Eater race and was able to corrupt Yggdrasil. In this story, it took over Yggdrasil and also took control of the Royal Knights. It basically was going to reset the entire multiverse to reform a sadness from all the parallel worlds, in which there exists an infinite number of them, thus including all the network systems in which there are infinite number of them. Each network is an infinite expanding realm full of infinite servers in which are each infinite universes. Each server has a memorial status which holds a bottomless pit of data overwhelming with possibilities. This also holds the information of the past, present, and future of the servers. So basically it's able to affect a fifth dimensional construct, or in Lane's term, a high multiversal level of a plane of existence. So basically you can scale the Mother Eater to high multiversal plus to possibly low complex multiversal, since even the Royal Knights are on those same levels as high multiversal, and the Mother Eater was able to control them and it was vastly stronger than them. Though Alphamon and a few other such as Omnimon and Jessamon were able to fight and help with the assistance of the Mother Eater, and they were able to tank some of the attacks of the Mother Eater. So you can scale Alphamon off of the Mother Eater. It is also possible that the Mother Eater is more powerful than the Homo sapiens, or I'm a bad time to pronounce these names, so just cut me some slack. But these beings were powerful entities within the digital mythology, and it was created by the god of the digital universe to replace Yggdrasil. So you can scale Alphamon and the Mother Eater off of that. Now, in the movie of Digital Monsters X Evolution, Alphamon and Omnimon fought against Dexgoramon, who was sent by Yggdrasil to stop them from pursuing onto this inner chamber. Now, the reason of this for this movie, I'm not going to explain like all in detail, but if you watch the movie, you know what happened. Yggdrasil basically did the Program X, wiped out most of the Digimon, 2% to the next digital world. The other Royal Knights thought this was a little bit shaky, so Alphamon went to go confront Yggdrasil and talk to him about this. Omnimon joined him because he agreed with him, and Yggdrasil sent Dexgoramon to stop them. Now, Dexgoramon is a really powerful Digimon, and he is also comparable off of Omnimon and Alphamon. Dexgoramon pretty much dicked down Omnimon, and Alphamon, with his digitize of souls, basically one-shot at Dexgoramon. After defeating Dexgoramon, Alphamon and Omnimon was in Yggdrasil's chamber, where Yggdrasil revived Dexgoramon and become Death Xmon. And Death Xmon is basically a combination of, basically a soul Digimon. Since it doesn't have its own Digicore, this type of program cannot be classified as a Digimon, although it appears solid. It has no actual substance. If it's dealt to absorb it, if it's Digicore, it will absorb a Digicore. It basically absorbs Digicores into its body and disassembles them, then reassembles them. And basically defeating it is nearly impossible since it drains off of Digicores, and unless there are Digicores nearby, it will go into a stasis, but as long as there are Digicores, it will not cease to exist. Dex Xmon proceeds in fighting against Omnimon and Alphamon, and he completely overpowers them, but then Alphamon powers up into his Aryuken state, his stronger form, and he defeats Dex Xmon by sacrificing health, merging with him with his Digicore. But it is later confirmed that when he sacrificed his Digicore or gave it away, he's able to exist without it. And it's also when he gave the X antibody to Omnimon for him to become an X antibody Digimon. So Omnimon X. But in the manga of the Cyber, Dex Goramon, Def X Goramon fight against Omnimon X and completely bodied him. And we see that when Omnimon fights against Dex X Goramon, he can do nothing. Neither can Gallantmon or the other Def X Digimon. But then you have Alphamon, being able to combat, and it's pretty much implied or confirmed that he's able to exist without his Digicore, since his Digicore was sacrificed, sealing Dex Xmon. Dex Xmon proceeds in trying to defeat Alphamon in every way possible, trying to erase him, trying to mind hack him, trying to destroy his soul, everything he can to defeat Alphamon, and it does not work. Then it comes to a point where Alphamon comes his Aryuken state, and he was going to destroy Def Xmon, but he instead changed his mind and decided to purify his soul and defeated Dex Xmon. So since Alphamon scales off of these characters, it would mean that Alphamon would be high multiversal plus to low complex multiversal scaling off of the Mother Eater and Dex Xmon. Keep in mind that Omnimon X has the Omega N-Force, which basically allows him to see moments into the future to predict your every movement and stay one step ahead of you, and also has the ability called All Delete to, instead of cutting you, it basically erases you from existence. And this same Omegamon X fought against Def X Goramon, and Dex X Goramon defeated him. And Alphamon fought against a stronger Dex Xmon and defeated him just by purifying the soul without using this to defeat him. But you could possibly scale Alphamon and Royal Knights much higher than this. Now let's go over some of Alphamon's hacks and his abilities. Alphamon is able to conjure a magic circle with inscriptions and digi-emojis, which use both to attack and defend himself. The Shinken Grand Alpha draws out light that would piece into the center of a magic array and is able to stab through its opponent. Using light magic, Alphamon is able to channel the light and create swords and use in the fight in close combat. The Digitize of Souls is able to attack an opponent on the physical and spiritual level. He also has the power to summon other beings and Digimon. He also has high level of regeneration to where even Dex Xmon tried to destroy his entire body and erase him, Alphamon was able to neg it and be resistant to it and regenerate from it. And since Alphamon doesn't have a Digicore, and Dexmon is able to attack a Digimon on their spiritual level, which would include their Digicores, the attack was not able to affect him. Alphamon also has the ability to attack beings on a spiritual level, such as Dexmon, whose body doesn't have a Digicore, but is mostly made of soul and data. He also has the ability to seal his opponents as well, since he was going to do this to Dexmon, and he was going to destroy him, but instead he decided to purify his soul. Alphamon has 3 different types of sealing methods. The first one is simply that these is automatic sealing, where Alphamon seals his own Digicore. The second one is a more time-consuming sealing, since it's necessary to attack the opponent in 12 weak points of the Earth branch. And fatality of this, Alphamon can receive help from a friend to help do the sealing. And the last one is the most powerful sealing that uses with Digitiles of Souls, where the opponent's own soul is sealed in the nexus of reality so that it never wakes up ever again. Alphamon also has resistance to reality warping, because during the fight against Dexmon, Dexmon decided the only way to defeat Alphamon was it would be necessary to rewrite the very reality of the digital world, thus he could destroy Alphamon with the whole digital world. However, Alphamon proved to be immune to such the abilities, while the surrounding area wasn't, and Alphamon was able to nullify it with his time ability hacks. He's also able to protect others from reality warping too. He can nullify powers, since he was able to prevent their rewriting of the digital world. Alphamon can create force fields. Of course, he can fly. He also has resistance to soul hats absorption. He also has time hats to prevent the digital world from being destroyed. He prevented time. He stopped time for a bit and slowed it down. Alphamon also has soul hats manipulation. He can purify souls just as he did against Dexmon. Alphamon can create other Digimon. He has BFR hacks. He can BFR people to other places. He has teleportation hacks. He has wormhole hacks. Alphamon also has the ability to share his power with others. Alphamon can manipulate data or /DNA. In this case, Alphamon proves to be capable of creating evil rings to modify them by amplifying his power. Alphamon can also paralyze enemies with these evil rings he created. Alphamon also has mind hacks. He can mind control other beings. He can control other beings by making them obey his every command. He's able to steal powers from others. He also has memory alteration and size manipulation. He can stop time and attacks from other beings. Their own attacks can stop in time by his time hacks. He can manipulate other stats through stat, effect, endorsement, or he can amplify his own stats by stat amplification. With Speed Break Field, Alphamon is able to slow down your opponent by 10% with mental charge fields. He is able to increase his own by 10%. He can also resist death hacks, or instant death manipulation. He can resist instant death manipulation. Via of the Word of Death, Alphamon is able to resist attacks that try to induce his death. Now, Alphamon also has the ability to transform into Zaryukin state. He also was able to bring back people from the dead as his as a Digimon, his own Digimon. That was his sword, was destroyed by Dexmon. Alphamon was able to bring it back from the dead. But the Zaryukin state is basically a stat transformation that just increases stats. Now, Alphamon has, and this is one of his most broken abilities, the most broken ability in his arsenal is known as the Alpha Enforce, which he's able to instantly replay the past battle and able to learn from his past mistakes. So basically he's able to replay a battle and learn from his past mistakes so that way he can find a way to overcome it. So should he somehow be defeated, he's able to replay the battle and learn from his previous mistakes, or learn from his previous battle. The abilities also can be used offensively to instantly replay his first attack, and an infinite number of times are targeted an infinite number of points in a space in an instant. It makes it as if his opponent was felt down by one single blow, reducing his attacks almost impossible to dodge. But that's been the video for today. Alphamon is pretty powerful, and he definitely has a lot of hacks to back up how strong he really is. If you like the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Also comment down below, and I'll also be doing more videos. I will be comparing Omnimon and Alphamon and deciding which one is stronger in a later video. But like I said, that's the end of the video. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. Also comment down below. Hit the notification button to always be up to date for videos. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.